Okay, students, we'll solve this problem. You just see there is a simple RC filter or RC circuit. You know, when you take the output across the capacitor, it acts like a low pass filter. So basically, this is a first order RC low pass filter. Okay, the resistor value is 10 kilo ohms and the capacitor value is 10 microfarad. This is the input. VA is the input, V0 is the output. So for this simple first order low pass RC filter, the input, suppose the input is 25 e power minus 60 u of t. Okay. So what we are doing, we are just calculating the output. Okay. And we are trying to find out the energy. Similarly, we are initially calculating the energy in the input. Okay. So the first question is, what percentage of the 1 ohm energy available in the input signal is available in the output signal. So we need to find out the ratio. We need to calculate the energy content of the output signal, that divided by energy content of the input signal. Okay, first we will solve that, then we will go for B part of this question. We know Parseval's theorem, whether you calculate the energy in time domain or frequency domain, okay, it's not going to, the value is not going to change. So let me take the input signal Vi of t is 25 e power minus 60 ut. If we take Fourier transform for this, Vi of omega is 25 divided by 6 plus j omega. Okay. Now I'm going to calculate the energy of the input signal, either in the time domain equation or time domain or the frequency domain you can calculate. So let me use time domain because there is no restriction in terms of certain band. Okay, so I can take it in the time domain itself. So Wi is the energy of the input signal, integral minus infinity to plus infinity Pi square t dt. Is it correct? Energy of the signal in the time domain. So u of t, we know u of t is valid from 0 to infinity. So I'm just changing the limit 0 to infinity. 25 e power minus 60 the whole square into dt. So 25 square is 625 integral 0 to infinity e power minus 12t dt. Okay. So let us integrate and substitute the limit 625 e power minus 12t divided by minus 12. After integration, this is the result. If I substitute the upper limit e power minus infinity, I will get 0. If I substitute the lower limit, I will get 1. So if you want in 2 steps, I can write minus 625 divided by 12, 0 minus 1. Okay. So what is the simplified answer? What is the simplified answer? 52.08 joules. Okay. Now this signal is applied as the input for this circuit. Okay, we'll try to analyze this circuit. So yes. No man. See, I'm not using the symmetric condition here. Why I have written 0 to infinity? Because u of t is there. This u of t is valid from 0 to infinity. For negative values from minus infinity to 0, this is 0. Okay. Yeah. Now, we'll what I will do, we'll transform the circuit. We'll transform the circuit from time domain to frequency domain. So this is Vi of omega. This is V naught of omega. So V naught of omega is Vi of omega. What is the impedance here? Is it 1 over j omega? I'll write here no space. V naught of omega is Vi of omega into 1 over j omega 10 into 10 power minus 6 divided by 10k plus 1 over j omega 10 into 10 power 6. Is it correct? So Vi of omega, what I will do, I will cross multiply this. So what happens? Here there is 10 power 4. Okay. Here into 10 into 10 power minus 6 into j omega. Am I right? So what happens? This is 10 power 5. 10 power 5 into 10 power minus 6. It's 10 power minus 1 j omega. So it's 0.1 or 10 power minus 1 also, you just write it, plus 1 divided by this term. So numerator also same term is there. I'm just skipping one step. So this j omega and this j omega, this entire term that gets cancelled. Is it clear, students? So V naught of omega is 10 times Vi of omega divided by anything is wrong here? V naught of omega is Vi of omega 1 over j omega 10 into 10 power minus 6. Where man? This one. Why man? Point 1 only. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think up to this it's correct. What I'm doing, it's 0.1 only. What I'm doing, I'm just dividing the numerator and denominator by 0.1 because we have the standard format j omega plus a, something like that. So if I divide numerator by 0.1, I will get 10. Denominator I will get j omega plus 10. Is it correct, students? After this, yeah. So now I will proceed from this. We know what is Vi of omega. This is Vi of omega. So when I substitute that here, V naught of omega is 10 into 25 divided by j omega plus 6 j omega plus 10. Next step you can write V naught of omega is 250 over j omega plus 6. Yes. R is 1, right? Here they have given R is 1 ohms. See, you should not consider this R. This is the circuit. Okay. So here you may connect some extra load or something. Not this one. See, this is the filter. This is the circuit. Okay. So, yeah, you are measuring the output. Okay. That one you have to consider. See, here they have clearly mentioned that R is 1 ohms. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now I need to find out the energy of the output signal. In the frequency domain, I am calculating the energy. So we need absolute V naught of omega the whole square, which is V naught of omega multiplied by V naught of omega conjugate. So numerator, so 250, okay, otherwise I will write in two steps, j omega plus 6, j omega plus 10 multiplied by 250 divided by 6 minus j omega, 10 minus j omega. Okay, so if I multiply numerator 250 square, which is 62500, okay, something like a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. So first one 36 plus omega square. Similarly, if you multiply these two, you will get 100 plus omega square. Please mute. Okay, 100 plus omega square. So what I am doing before substituting this in the Parseval's theorem, energy calculation for Parseval's theorem, I will just go for partial fraction. This I am writing like this: a divided by omega square plus 36 plus b divided by omega square plus 100. Let us find out a and b. Let us find out a and b. A is 62500 divided by omega square plus 100. So I am going to substitute omega square is equal to minus 36. What is the answer for this? Anyone getting this answer? So 62500 minus 36 plus 100, it's 64. You just check whether you are getting this answer. Yeah. Then B 62500 divided by, okay, omega square plus 36. Now I am going to substitute omega square is equal to minus 100. So when you substitute minus 100 plus 36, it's minus 64 in the denominator. So same answer, before there will be a minus. Okay. So I will substitute everything here. So A value 976.56 divided by omega square plus 36. B value minus 976.56 divided by omega square plus 1. So we are going to calculate the energy of the output signal. Okay, let me represent the energy of the output signal by W naught, which is 1 over 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity absolute of V naught of omega the whole square d omega. You can write, okay, from 0 to infinity, you can write this something like this: 1 over pi from 0 to infinity absolute V naught of omega the whole square d omega. Substitute V naught of omega. Okay, sorry, absolute V naught of omega the whole square. That is what we have here. Let us substitute that. 1 over pi integral 0 to infinity. Okay, 976.56 divided by omega square plus 36 minus 976.56 divided by omega square plus 100 d omega. So we can take this, please mute. We can take this 976.56 outside. Okay, so you have integral 0 to infinity 1 over omega square plus 36 d omega minus integral 0 to infinity 1 over omega square plus 100. Okay, so 976.56 divided by pi. This is in the standard tan inverse formula. So 1 over 6 tan inverse omega over 6 integral limit from 0 to infinity minus 1 over 10 tan inverse omega over 10 0 to. So 976.56 divided by pi 1 over 6. When you substitute omega equal to infinity, tan inverse infinity, which is pi by 2, tan inverse 0 is 0. So I'm just writing pi by 2 minus 1 over 10. Similarly here, when you substitute the upper limit, you will get pi by 2, lower limit is 0. So you can commonly cancel this pi. Can you simplify this? (32.55 joules). So what is happening? We have some signal that we are passing through the low pass filter. We know low pass filter passes only the low frequencies. It filters the high frequencies. So obviously, since some of the signal components are missing, if you measure the energy in the output, obviously the energy of the output signal will be degraded. So we'll try to find out the ratio output energy divided by input energy. Output energy is 32.55. Input energy it's 52.08. Okay, to 100%. Verify. 0.08. Yeah. So what is the value? 62.5%. So only 62.5% of the signal components are passed by the filter. Around 38% of the signal components are rejected or attenuated by the low pass filter. That is what the inference is. Okay. We'll go for the second part of the question. Second part of the question is similar to what we have discussed in the previous problems. What percentage of the output energy is associated with the frequency range 0 to 10 radians per second? So already we know the output energy. This is the output energy. Okay, 32.54. But this is the output energy for the entire frequency from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now they have given certain band. Okay, from 0 to 10 radians per second. Okay, so let me call the new output energy W0 dash. Okay, so no need to repeat all the procedure. We'll take from this. Okay, so up to this step, it's same. So instead of infinity, it is 10 actually. Okay, instead of infinity, it is 10. So from this step, I'm just taking and I'm just writing 976.56 divided by pi 1 over 6 tan inverse omega over 6 0 to 10. Okay, now the integral limits are 0 to 10. Similarly, 1 over 10 tan inverse omega by 10 0 to 10. See, you need to use calculators in radian mode. You try to simplify this and give your result. I'll write my answer. If somebody is getting this answer, please respond. Okay. See, now we can find out. Okay, what is the energy, percentage of energy that is contained in the band from 0 to 10 radians. So, we are finding the ratio W naught dash divided by W naught, that is 28.97 divided by 32.55 into 100. What is the answer? Correct. So why I took this problem? Because in this problem, the concept of passive filters is also covered, and we are also using Fourier transform idea to solve the problem. Okay, so both Fourier transform and passive filter concepts are covered in this problem. Okay, I hope you understood the problem.